action time over to Matt Dunn and Peter Clifford.
Really changed things here because, of course, the rookies, it's on the Pirelli tyres and just finding out where the
conditions as well, of 10 laps down from 13 yesterday.
Yeah, and that's because the race start will actually be delayed by this fact that they are continuing to...
Possible for him to take the Cup victory after yesterday's results.
Any kind of established positions are in the race, we'll be able to keep you up to date in Misano. So, you know, Alvaro has to go away from here with a 50-point lead on everybody else if he is going to be crowned.
Riarte and Carpe. So it is possible for him wet conditions. Others...
That's right, and of course Max wants to make up for yesterday's disaster. He said, you know, but I don't think so.
Well, here's one rider who will be going out with an intention of...
Behind Alvaro, a little bit of a mistake, but of course he didn't, and he said there was nothing I could do about it, only follow him across
the... So is Pratama, Dinesh and Peroni. Look out for the Indonesian and Malaysian riders. Behind them, you've got Ruche Muli, Christian Daniel and Guido, who had his best rookies result ever yesterday of 6th. Go over John Pons, Kevin Farkas, Lelix Famara, KJ Molignane, Rocco Sessler on row 8, and finally Milan Pavelec and Jack Fuetazan on row 9.
So this is the warm-up lap, another chance for these guys on the number 51 KTM. There's a 28 of Max Okies.
Going through the pit lane for a ride-through penalty.
Right, so let's hope we have none of that. So, the same grid lineup as yesterday. There are Max Kies. MotoGP Rookies Cup. Race 2 and Aragon gets underway. And a superb start from Alvaro Carpe, but Brian Uriarte is alongside him, almost alongside him. Surely he's going to have to tuck in. Is he brave enough? No, he isn't. He tucks in behind Alvaro Carpe. Somebody's run wide. Is that Vader perhaps who ran wide? But he's managed to keep it up.
Start for him. Vader Pratama got really bogged down. He was so cautious. And there, Brian Uriarte looks the wrong direction. Finds Hakim going out into the lead, looking for redemption after yesterday. We saw Max Quiles get pushed back into the pack a little bit, from 3rd on the grid to 5th.
So Carpe in 3rd place there. He's a lot more cautious and very much Hakim Danish with the advantage over Brian Uriarte. Well, superb stuff. You said the Malaysians are good in the wet.
Love it. I saw Ruche Muli looking up the inside of Quiles, but he outbraked him down into the reverse corkscrew. You've got Carpe. Well, he's not exactly going out to win it right from the off here. He's clearly feeling his way round. We've got 10 very long, gone down to 15th now. That's quite a surprise from the Indonesian rider. I really thought he'd be one to watch in these sorts of conditions. Meanwhile, Christian Daniel Jr., the American, has moved up from 8th on the grid to 6th place in the race.
Superb stuff, eh? Just feeling his way around. Of course, see what he can do today.
This is definitely one of those races whereby Carpe can just sit and bag a 4th, a 3rd, of a 2nd, it doesn't matter. As we see the 70, Christian rising through the ranks in the US, overtaking Max Quiles in towards turn 16, outbreaking him. Christian Daniels
in the first 3 guys in the cup.
And I've got to give a shout out as they cross the line to complete that first lap. Milan Pavelec, the Polish rider. I mean, they do say rain is the great leveller, and he is someone who has really struggled in
things around here to open up all the possibilities. It still is Hakim Danish from Brian Uriarte. And Hakim had a, superb first lap, but Brian Uriarte is very indeed. And there's a 73 of Peroni in 3rd place. And but I'm sure Brian Uriarte won't do anything too silly, I hope, in this chase of Hakim Danish. But he certainly wants to get as many points as he can over Alvaro Carpe, who's still back in 4th place.
There is Vader Pratama behind Guillaume Plonk there. So whereabouts are they? They are fighting for 11th spot.
From the Rookies Cup. These are the guys who looked after his motorcycle a couple of years ago when he was, the last couple of years he's been riding big super bikes, and now he's riding something completely different.
He's just got into 4th, Peter. He's overtaken our series leader Alvaro Carpe. He's a man on a mission. Look at him there, the number 44, ahead of the 83, who's fishtailing all over the place. That is apparently a characteristic of these Pirelli wets rather than a bike issue. We found out in Moto3.
It's a characteristic of the tyres, nothing too much to worry about. Wow, superb stuff from Christian Daniel Jr. Wow, brilliant stuff on the brakes to go past Milan Pavelec.
Oh, no, they've both gone down. Carpe's down. Oh, my goodness.
This is changing things. He's running there to pick up the bike again, but he is the points leader. He is now down. The points are...
Wake up, and it's pouring rain, and down you go at turn 1.
Right, so Christian Daniel goes down. And is Alvaro unsighted?
Just the exact same spot.
Yes, same spot there. Now, as I saw him go away up the track, his left foot was dangling, was waving around. I wondered when he went down.
Well, there we go. Goodness me, Peter. Brian Uriarte will have absolutely no idea. He is still a contention for the win. He's clearly watching Hakim Danish. Now, he is Brits in this sort of weather as well. Uriarte stalking Hakim Danish, and this has completely changed the complexion of the championship.
And there's still 7.5 laps remaining at this race.
Goodness me.
Yeah, so, wow, and you know, it's clear it's a wet.
It's fairly solid at 2.7 seconds. Quiles, he's finding his groove as well. I think he's the type of rider now. I mean, he's not ridden in the rain like this since he's had that enormous growth spurt.
Is our Flying Finn, and he's used to, you know, he races on the ice, races in all sorts of conditions. So that's a really good news for our Flying Finn on the number 27.
So where has Carpe rejoined? As I look on our ship, but that's Carpe's race over. I wonder if Uriarte has found out that his main contender is out of the running.
Of course, he has pit board, so he's, you know, his mechanic helper can tell him that.
And his 16th position, he's got a 3-second gap to Leo Ramastorfer for the first point. It's a real shame for Christian because that was looking to be a heck of a ride for him.
Yeah, and Alvaro Carpe is right at the back, and I wonder, I think he probably does have some kind of machine damage.
Well, there is Milan Pavelec being stalked by Rico Salmela then. Yes, Rico, who got that first and only Rookies Cup victory here a couple of years ago. He knows exactly what it takes to go fast, and he's been feeling confident all weekend, just not able to put it together for the result. That gap to Pavelec is coming down, Peter.
Yeah, and Carpe lost a full almost 10 seconds on that lap. But of course, if he broke the footrest, it's one thing, but if he's broken the gear change lever, that'll be something even an awful lot worse.
Quiles is not feeling confident, Peter. He crossed the line and he was 4.8 seconds off Rico Salmela. The second sector, he was 5.9. He clearly made a big mistake. Basically, he might as well have waved him through, frankly. As we look at Joel Ponce, 16 in the middle of this group as well. It's a good ride from him in 10th.
That's right, and if he doesn't watch out, Quiles is going to be passed by a whole group. He could be passed by about 5 riders here. What? You know, they're right behind him, including, you know, good guys like Ruche Moodley.
Ruche, as you see, Guillaume Plong as well. I mean, a French rider spent so much time in Spain. Still, a French rider, probably not too afraid of a bit of rain either.
No.
As he's up there into 8th position. Now we've got Rico Salmela.
The grip is and where it isn't, and perhaps they're going to be able to get back on terms with Peroni, although he is, what, nearly 4 seconds up the road.
Look at the difference in riding styles from those two riders as well. Rico, although he's grown substantially since that first